Hi folks, Sandro here with more cartoon news and shenanigans, and today we're doing another community poll related video. It's been a few weeks since the last one, but you guys really seem to like these videos for whatever reason. Basically what happens, I go on my community tab, I ask you guys a question like this one. This is the topic of today. What was the best recent Nick movie? Now, we're going to talk about that title. I screwed something up, but here's a couple other ones. What movie will you go watch this Christmas? Shazam 2 or Avatar 2? So I believe on December 24th, these movies are releasing, or no, December 21st. It might have been the 21st, but Avatar 2, Shazam 2, and Puss in Boots 2 are all coming out on like the same day. I don't know why I didn't include Puss in Boots 2. I guess I just forgot. But most of you guys want to go watch Shazam, which is really interesting. And a couple weeks ago, I asked you guys, is Big City Greens a good or a bad show? And you guys actually said overwhelmingly it's a good show. We even had this one. Was the Solar Opposites holiday special? Yeah, they had a holiday special where they did a parody of like Christmas films. They actually go inside of a couple of Christmas films, specifically Jingle All the Way. That's basically what the whole thing was about. And I said the special wasn't good, by the way. I said the special was bad. I wanted a more original plot. They kind of just copied and pasted some of the plots of a movie, and they made their own ending. But like, no, I wanted an original Solar Opposites. Don't take anything from any other movie's plot. But they didn't deliver on that one. In my eyes, apparently in your guys, I got slaughtered out here on this one. It was good, 87%. So yeah, I took the hit on that one. And yeah, let's get back to today's discussion. So this is the most voted on one I've ever had. It was only one day ago, one whole day, and it already got 81 votes. So not bad compared to some of the other ones. You know, this one's been up for like a week, 74. This one's been up for like 2 weeks. So yeah, as we get more and more subscribers, I expect this to just keep going up and up and up. And if you want to vote, guys, make sure you subscribe so you can see the next vote every week. But let's get into it here. So what was the best? See, I made a mistake. I told you guys earlier, I made a mistake. What was the best recent Nick movie? It was supposed to say, now I hit enter. I did the poll. I hit enter. Once you hit enter, you cannot edit the poll. I know, it's very sad. It's very sad. It was supposed to say, what was the best recent two-dimensional, like 2D animated Nick movie? So some of you guys were asking me, like, why isn't Sponge on the Run here? Like that SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run. That was actually 3D animation. Every movie here, however, is 2D animation, which includes the Loud House movie, Rocco's Modern Life Static Cling, Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie, and Invaders Zim Enter the Florpus, which would have been, by the way, I told you guys as I was doing this live stream before I even did the poll, that Into the Florpus was the number one pick from my end. And yeah, here's my list, just in case you guys were wondering. Invaders Zim Into the Florpus, number 1. Number 2, I'm going with Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie right here. Number 3, I put the Loud House movie. I thought that one was pretty solid, but not as good as like these two though. And the awful Rocco's Modern Life Static Cling. I really didn't, you know, and you guys seem to agree with me here. I'm actually surprised this got any votes at all, Rocco's Modern Life. I thought it was a really bad movie, guys. I got to be honest with you. If you want to know what the plot, here, I actually pulled up the tabs. So this is Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie here. I guess it's this one, right? I like this one, though. That's nice and clean. There you go. This is Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie. I'll go through these really quick. So Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie. The plot. Now, this was originally canceled back in the day. If you watched all of the Hey Arnold movies, oh my God. If you watched all of the Hey Arnold episodes is what I meant to say, you might remember that there was a plot within Hey Arnold, a continuous plot, just a slight thread in the background where Arnold's parents kind of just disappeared into the jungle. What was the whole gimmick? They were archaeologists or something. And that's the reason that Arnold was staying with his grandparents, right? You might remember you might remember Arnold's grandpa, right? And his grandma was just crazy. His grandma was always just such a crazy woman. But yeah, so we got the plot of Arnold never finding his parents. It was just never touched upon. And back in the day, there was supposed to be a movie, right? There was supposed to be a movie. Hey Arnold was supposed to, have a conclusion. Like, it was supposed to be the grand finale, and it never got made. I guess enough time passed. There wasn't enough interest in Hey Arnold. It just kind of got pushed to the wayside. Whatever the case, it never got made. And finally, years upon years later, they actually made it, Hey Arnold, the Jungle Movie. And I thought it was pretty solid. I thought it was a pretty solid conclusion. It has, again, all four of these movies, except for The Loud House, which I watched recently. It's been a couple of years since I've seen them, right? I thought the plot, it ended off pretty strongly. We had Nickelodeon. In the original film, it touched on the themes like Mr. Simmons was gay, but they never outright said it. And in this film, I think they even showed him like kissing his husband or boyfriend or whatever. So this was definitely aimed at adults, right? Like this wasn't aimed at children. This is aimed at the children that watched Hey Arnold are now grown up, and it has more mature themes. Even at the end of the movie, spoiler alert, I think Phoebe and Gerald actually end up dating, or boyfriend and girlfriend. So they go from the transition of Arnold is a kid to Arnold is heading towards his teenage years, and he kind of grew up with the audience type of thing. So, this was more of a mature movie, which I think was a good tone. I think it was a good tone change. For sure. You could definitely tell for some of the characters, though, that their voices got like older, you know what I mean? It's like they hadn't done the role for a couple years, so you could definitely tell some of them were a little rusty on the edges there. But, and then there was the whole Pigeon Man escapade, yeah. So there was this like popular theory that the Pigeon Man actually jumped off it wasn't that. It was like there was this theory that the Pigeon Man kind of like flies off into the sunset, which was supposed to represent the fact that he like ends his own life by jumping off of a building. And it was this whole thing. It was basically a theory that like he basically killed himself. But no, this was not the case, right? This was not the case. The director apparently saw these theory videos and he's like, no, that is not what happened. It was just supposed to be a really like touching moment. Like an unbelievable moment that these pigeons just carried the Pigeon Man off the building. So the Pigeon Man was confirmed to be alive. He is in there. Absolutely. And it was great to see Arnold, all of his friends, all of the old characters. You can even see here, they actually had to help Arnold like win a contest so that they could go. Oh, no, the whole class. That's right. They had to get the whole class in there. So the class won the entire like contest. And they were able to go to the jungle and find the mystery and save Arnold's parents. So at the end of the series, his parents are back living with his grandparents. So that was really cool. And it was really just overall, it was a pretty solid movie. I got to say, like all around, I think I would give it like an 8 out of 10. Very solid film, but. Definitely Invader Zim takes the cake, though. Invader Zim Into the Florpus was just all around. It was just action. You know what I mean? Like, this had action, but, like, Hey Arnold at its core is a slice of life film. And I get it. For the movie, it's like just for the movie, they have to get a bit more, action heavy with the twists and turns. But, like, Into the Florpus. I'm a little bit hazy on this one, but... I remember it being really awesome, and what was it? What was the plot again? It was something like the aliens that like Invader Zim's colony. They're going to finally like destroy Earth. I think that was what the gimmick was here. I don't remember. I remember there was that scene where it's like pay very close attention to this like turkey or something. It was something like that, right? It's like pay very close attention to this turkey. It'll come up later. And then it ends up being crucial to the very end. Overall, I really enjoyed this film. I don't know why. I can't seem to remember the ending of it, but, I thought it was the best one out of all of them. I just remember being so excited and enjoying it even before the film came out. Like, I watched the trailer, I'm like, oh my god, this is so hype. We get Invader Zim after all these years. The animation was really quality too, very, very nice stuff. And they're into the Florpus. But yeah, maybe I got to do a refresh of it. Maybe I should have watched this one. I'm the most hazy on this one for whatever reason. I guess I was just really enjoying the action scenes. But yeah, I remember the dad. There was was zombies or robots or something. The dad plays a crucial role in this too. But yeah, pretty awesome. I remember it being just pretty awesome. And then there was. No, not Rocket Power. But I was talking about, yeah, they need to make a Rocket Power movie. What do you guys think about that, huh? You guys were talking. I said that in the chat. I'm like, they brought back a bunch of shows like Rocco and, Invader Zim. And I was like, guys, they got to do a Rocket Power movie. You guys are like, Sandro, they actually did a Rocket Power movie. It was called The Race to New Zealand. And I basically was cracking jokes like, what, did the New Zealand government have to pay them to make this movie or something? Like, nobody ever talks about New Zealand. They're like the first, I'm from Canada, and a lot of Americans, they don't really talk too much about Canada. So it's like New Zealand is like third fiddle, like at least people talk about Australia, but like, New Zealand is truly the most like forgotten out of all the British colonies that broke off there. Even third or fourth fiddle to Canada or America. So yeah, I was just cracking jokes about that because like how often does a movie focus on New Zealand of all places? So I guess I'm just firing shots at the New Zealand audience that might watch this video, which I don't know. That'd be weird if somebody actually was from New Zealand in my comments. But let me know, I guess. Was this movie? I've never seen this movie. Let me know if it was any good. But I think they could do another Rocket Power movie. Just like some action movie. Maybe like they have to... we'll do the cliche plot. Usually, the Muppets movie where it was like... They had to save the theater from closing down from like the big business, like oil tycoon or whatever. Imagine that where like they had to do a race, or maybe that's the plot. Maybe that's the plot of Race to New Zealand over here, where it's just they had to come first place in this race, and if they don't, the business closes. Whatever business, I don't know, Tito's or. I don't know, some place somewhere, the surfboard shop closes down. I don't know. They have to do some plot like that, yeah. So I would like to see something like that, I guess, in modern day animation, because like Rocket Power definitely looks dated in the 90s now, for sure, You look at some of these pictures and it's like, my God. Yeah, the animation quality definitely has improved since the 90s, that's for sure. And then we have I didn't even talk about the Loud House. Loud House movie. I didn't think this one was that good. I gave it like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. It was just really weird. Like, what was this movie? It was weirdly a musical. Like, I don't know why. Why did they go the musical route? When I think Loud House, I never think musical. But, yeah, they decided to go with the musical route. And there was at least 2 catchy songs. The one at the very beginning with Lincoln. And I know about this movie specifically because I just watched it a few weeks ago. So this one's still fresh in my mind, unlike, Rocco's Modern Life and Into the Florpus. But this one was just weird. They go to, what was it? Was it Ireland? Yeah, it was Scotland? Scotland or Ireland? One of the two. I can't remember. It must have been Scotland, right? Or was it Ireland? I don't know. I can't remember which one. But it was just something weird, man. It was like they go to whichever Scotland. Let's just say it was Ireland. Who knows? They go. No, or was it Scotland? It might have been Scotland. Okay, let's just say they go to goddamn Scotland/Ireland, and they have an adventure. There's this castle. Lincoln kind of wants to stay there permanently. Until he doesn't, of course. And the whole family, the family was like, compared to our old house back home, this castle, like everybody gets their own bathroom and, we should live. Oh, no, wait, sorry, I'm wrong. It was the opposite of that plot. It was the opposite. The family, except for Lincoln, everybody except for Lincoln wanted to live in that castle. They were getting very cozy there. And then, or no, wait, was it? No, Lincoln is like, yeah, we should stay here. No. Okay, God, this one's confusing me. Yeah, there was a plot like that where it's like, at first, Lincoln is kind of the guy who's left behind. So he wants to go to Scotland and become this, like, gain his identity so that everybody doesn't forget about him, because they forget about him, right? They show in the start of the movie how all of his sisters are winning all these trophies, and Lincoln's kind of like he's the glue that holds the family together, but he's not really that special compared to his sisters. So he wants to go and make a new life in Scotland, let's say. And they have a whole plot there, and like, he has ancestors, and there's a whole dragon thing. Then there's like this evil the evil housekeeper type of woman. Where is she? There she is. Yeah, this woman right here. She's a very nasty woman. She does have a good song in there, though, when she becomes like the pseudo queen for a couple of minutes. So she had at least a good song. That I'll give her that. And David Tennant, I believe, was the housekeeper. So that was I love his performance. David Tennant as the 10th Doctor, always fantastic for sure. And yeah, so Loud House, it was an interesting movie. It's mostly a slice of life movie. There's not too much action. And I thought it would have been really cool if they like took something home you know what I mean? Like, I love it when movies are canon and like something traumatic. I'll give the example of Steven Universe, right? So we see the whole trauma of Spinell, and then from then on, all of the episodes of Steven Universe Future actually recognize that Spinell is a real canon character, and she does appear in a couple episodes. So that's the kind of thing I wanted to see here with Nickelodeon bringing out the Loud House movie. They don't do that. The dragon doesn't get to go home with them. There was what was it? Luna Loud? Is that? I can't remember all of their. Yeah, I think it was Luna Loud, right? Or Lori. No. What's the one with the black hair again? Oh my god, I always get them confused. Luna. I think it was Luna Loud, right? Luna Loud, maybe? No, I'm thinking of. Okay, what is? Oh my god, she's in the Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. Loud sisters. Lucy? I think it might be Lucy. Hold on, it might be Lucy. Lucy Loud. Yeah. Okay, sorry, it was Lucy. Like, Lucy is able to talk to her relative from the ancient past. Okay, Lucy Loud Ghost. Let's see if they show it. She has her like ancestor in the movie. I was thinking like that would be cool if she brought the ancestor home with her or something, but no, we don't really see that. Yeah, I guess there's there she is. I can't. What was her name? Like Lucia or something. She has Lucille Loud. It says it right there. Yeah, Lucia. I was like, man, that would be a really cool idea if they took her home with them, or like took the dragon home, or like anything, literally anything. Take it home and make this a permanent like canon movie. Do it, and they didn't do it. They did. It was just a waste of a movie. It felt like, honestly, it wasn't a memorable plot. It was just a boring movie. It was a boring slice of life movie. And yeah, that was that one. And then the worst of them all. Oh, God. Rocco's Modern Life. If you guys don't know the plot of this one, it's about a transgender. Yeah. Now, Rocco's Modern Life, out of all these shows, I will admit, as a kid, I didn't watch as much Rocco's Modern Life as I did some of the other Nickelodeon shows, like, for example, Fairly Odd Parents or Jimmy Neutron, SpongeBob, etc., etc. Rocco's Modern Life was definitely one of the ones that if there was a show I liked better, I would just straight up go. I would turn off Rocco and go to the next show. But yeah, Rocco, the plot of this movie is he wants to get a show that he loved way back in the day. He wanted to get it, like, bring it back to television, get a reboot. And the whole gimmick is that he ends up finding out the creator of the show was trans. Since the last time they checked in with him, they're now trans. And the whole plot is basically that. Yeah, just being a person is now trans, and they talk about in the end of the movie, the messaging is kind of like, hey, you know, things don't always stay the same. As you get older and older, things change, and sometimes that change is really, really a good thing. And they really wanted to cement that home, saying like, yeah, trans are acceptable now, and it was just a really fucking weird plot. I did not like this plot. You're going to bring back Rocco's Modern Life and make it a trans-related plot. And, of course, the Tumblr people and the Twitter people went mental with joy and glee. And, of course, Nickelodeon got the full-scale virtue signal out of it. But was it really worth it? Because this movie is terrible. Like, it was just fucking terrible. I would not even give this a 5 out of 10. Like, I would put it under that. Like, 3 out of 10. Like, it was great to see Rocco again, but like not like this. What the fuck? So yeah, I was not a fan of Rocco's Modern Life Static Cling, and you guys weren't either, judging by this. You know the old saying, you go woke, you go broke, and I don't think anyone's going to be talking about that garbage Rocco's Modern Life movie going into the future. It's just awful. And yeah, maybe I gotta watch Invaders Zim Enter the Florpus, because it was just such an action-heavy movie that I do remember the invasion. I do remember the whole invasion thing, and the dad stops it, and then there was the part with the chicken, or was it turkey or something? What was it? Yeah, it was like a turkey or something, right? It's like, pay very, very close attention to that turkey or whatever, because that's going to come up later. And yeah, I do remember some of the certain scenes, but like, I guess it was just so action-heavy. I just enjoyed the action. I enjoyed the action. I enjoyed Zim and Gurr, and just seeing all my favorite characters from when I was a kid, seeing them all again, you know? It was just great to see them all again. And I guess that's the point of some of these movies that Nickelodeon's doing. Make people get that nostalgia rush again, you know? And keep their properties, too, because a lot of their properties, they're forgotten. They're left back in the 90s and early 2000s. These movies, these one-off 2D movies they've been doing, great way to resurface their properties and keep them in the public, stratosphere, so that people will remember them, you know? So, yeah, it's just not bad. You know, we did talk about other, you know, what else could they do? Another Danny Phantom movie would be, or like, wait, did Danny Phantom, no, it was a special, right? Or was there a Danny Phantom movie? I can't remember. No, I don't think there was, right? The finale was like an hour-long special or 45-minute-long special. Or was it? I don't even... Planet Phantom, right? Planet Phantom. Wasn't it an hour-long special? Am I hallucinating here? Let's just double-check. Planet Phantom, Danny Phantom. I thought it was like a 45 or an hour-long minute special. Let's see here. Is the final episode of season 3 in the series finale. It is a 1-hour episode consisting of 2... Okay, so there's no movie there. It's not a movie. But yeah, Danny Phantom coming back. You know, if you guys have seen Butch Hartman's Danny Phantom 10 years later, I'd love to see this kind of thing right here. Yeah, here's Butch Hartman's take on like what the characters could look like. These are really good. Oh no, this was a DeviantArt. Butch's were like these, right? Like he did the design, so that's basically what they would look like when they get animated. But these are really good. Like really, like yeah, absolutely. I think this is Butch's drawings, or like that one's definitely. I remember. Yeah, that's what they would look like now. So I do like those. Those designs are really, really good. But this person on DeviantArt really brings home the art style, like the one we're used to, not Butch's like chicken scratch. This one just looks absolutely god tier. Look at Sam. Holy shit. That is just a perfect like 10-year later Sam. Tucker's is a bit, I think the color of his hat is throwing me off, right? I think they should have stuck to his like original hat scheme and colors. They went with a blue here. They went with blue jeans and a blue shirt. What did Tucker used to look like? Hold on a second here. Danny Phantom. He had a red hat, didn't he? Tucker. Yeah, I think they gave him a Rasta hat here or something like that, right? Yeah, Tucker with the yellow and the red. Yeah, I'd like to see Tucker go back to a yellow shirt and maybe a red cap, more red cap. But Danny and Sam just look so badass that you just wish this was like real. Like, make this a movie. Danny Phantom 10 years later. You could even just call it that. Just call it Danny Phantom 10 years later. No one would cry. No one would complain. Everyone would just be hyped to see like one last movie. And I think Vlad would have to be the main villain, right? Like it would just have to be Vlad. Imagine if it was the Box Ghost. I am the Box Ghost. Woo! Oh my God! No, please, anything but the lunch lady. No, if they want to do Ember, Ember, you will remember. Yeah, that character I could see being. She kind of teams up with Danny a couple times. I don't know about her being the final villain. It'd probably have to be Vlad for sure. And there's the parents. Yeah, Maddie and Jack Phantom. Jeez, Jack looks like an absolute unit. Maddie Phantom, I don't know. She looked better when she had freaking glasses, or there's the goggle on her head. But Maddie's redesigned. I think it's weird seeing her eyes. Right? Is that me? Is that just me? What, like seeing Maddie's eyes? Weird. And what about Jack? Do we have a 10 years later for Jack? Maybe. There's Danny's clone / like. What are they, cousin? What did they try and pawn her off? Yeah, something like it's been a while. I forget this character's name. Wasn't her name Danny also, but with an I or something like that? Yeah, it's been a while. I can't remember all. Here's some of the other gender bent. What the hell? Why did they gender bend them? Oh my God. Okay. Weird, but all right. I guess we don't have. To be fair, sorry. Did I say Jasmine? Right, Jazz. Yeah, I wanted to see what she looks like 10 years later, but I guess we don't have one. So here's the Butch Hartman originals, I believe. There you go. There's what Danny would look like. There's what Tucker would look like. I really like how Tucker has gone like and embraced the technology with this like drone here. Like that is what I could see happening, right? Like Tucker goes like full techno nerd. That would be epic. And there's Sam. Yeah, they gotta make this. They just got, like, please, Butch, please, stop your Fairly Otter. No one wants to see the Fairly Otter. Nobody. No, nada. Get this Fairly Otter bullshit out of here. Never make that shit again. Cancel the show and go right into a Danny Phantom 10 years later movie. I think that would be the greatest thing. But back to conclude the poll. I'm not surprised by these results. Nothing here is surprising. The most interchangeable thing is the Loud House movie and the Hey Arnold movie, but the problem is that the Hey Arnold movie was like permanent, right? So if they ever do another episode going forward or another movie of Hey Arnold is canon. You know what I mean? Like he found his parents, he rescued his parents. The parents are going to be there if there's another movie. If there's another Loud House movie, it's just like SpongeBob, right? The movie doesn't matter. It's a one-off movie, and then they go back. It just doesn't matter. It's non-canon. Unless they make it canon, of course. But they didn't do that. It's just... I think that's why the Hey Arnold movie it's more in people's mind, because they actually completed a goal, and that goal is everlasting, and this really was the conclusion to Hey Arnold, whereas the Loud House movie didn't really bring anything new to the table, except weirdly being a musical. Why did they choose to make it a musical? I don't know. I won't understand it, but that's going to be it. So what did you guys think of these listings? Did you guys like my list? My list is Invader Zim Into the Florpus, number 2. It was Hey Arnold, the Jungle movie, then it was the Loud House movie, and then it was Rocco's Modern Life, Static Cling. Literally, I just realized, that was the actual order you guys picked them in too. It's because I guess I ordered them really weirdly here, but yeah, so the exact order that I like these movies the best ended up being the actual poll results. These polls are open though, so like, as more and more time passes, you guys can go back and vote on some of these. I don't think the voting ever locks. You know what I mean? Like this was the very first. The very first poll I did was, what video do you guys want more? Where I asked you guys, you want me to make a video on TMNT or Despicable Me 4? And you guys definitely wanted a Despicable Me 4 video. And weirdly enough, that ended up being a very popular video. So maybe I got to do that thing more and ask you guys. And the first community post I ever did, 02/22/22, where I drew Uncle Pennybags from Monopoly. And oh yeah, there's comments. Let's get into the comments. Why not? I think Wildcat. I don't think I've ever seen. Here, I'll give you a heart there. Hello, Wildcat. I think they're all good personally, but I say it's a tie between the Loud House movie and Enter the Florpus. But you can only pick one, Wildcat. So I think he must have gone with the Florpus movie. Matthew Everhart. All of them are good, but here's how I'd rank them. Invader Zim, Enter the Florpus. Yeah, I think everybody just loves Invader Zim and the characters, right? It's not even the plot of the movie. Everybody just loves Invader Zim and Gurr. Oh my God. The Loud House movie, Hey Arnold, the Jungle movie. Yeah, so everybody really seems to hate Rocco's Rocco's Modern Life is the bottom of the barrel on this one. Nobody wanted that trans story. And yeah, this was 1 day ago. I gave you guys my list already. Invader Zim, Hey Arnold, the Loud House, Rocco. So I haven't changed. I have not changed my opinion. And it ended up working out that way. Hendog HD, the first ever person to send me a super chat, right? He gave me like a buck Canadian. Really nice guy. Thank you so much, Hendog. A tie between Static Cling and the Jungle movie. And I said, interesting choices. Interesting that he went with Static Cling, I suppose, but I guess it was like the least picked thing. You know, like when something like is the least pick and you're kind of like, man, this thing isn't getting any votes. I just kind of want to give it a vote kind of thing. Yeah, so I think maybe he was just sympathetic to Static Cling getting like no votes. But interesting. He also went with the Jungle movie and very interesting choice there, Hendog. Really, I'm interested if he actually liked Static Cling for, was it the transgender messaging? Maybe he's a fan of the transgender messaging. I personally wasn't. You guys know my stance on that sort of thing. But interesting choice, absolutely. Invader Zim, without a doubt. That was my pick too, Jolly. I'm not allowed to pick as the creator of the poll, so yeah, I'm not allowed to pick. You guys know. Whenever you make a poll, the creator cannot pick. Johnny Murrow voted Hey Arnold, the Jungle movie, had a great ending. I agree. It ended the Arnold franchise once again. And this was something to do with the stream here about Cusco. That's another. I'd love to see more The Emperor's New School or The Emperor's New Groove. I'd love to see those franchise, either one of them, either one. I mean, Cusco, The Emperor's New School or whatever, he becomes, on the final episode, he becomes the king, so it's kind of like, they can't make another one of those, you know, it's kind of over. But another, I guess the only way they could do this now is to reboot it. Just do a reboot, or sorry, why did I say reboot it? That sounded very Canadian. I'm a boot. No. Yeah, I guess if they did a reboot of Cusco, the actress who played Yzma passed away, and Patrick Warburton, who does the voice of Joe on Family Guy, also did Krunk, and he's still kicking and alive and well. So either way, I guess they could do it, right? Whether they want to continue off the old or do something fresh, I'd still watch it for sure. And I said a solid choice. Also, yeah, I acknowledged the latter later in the live stream. And then Kevin McAllister, let's actually hide my face so we can see these down here. Invader Zim, Enter the Florpus. It's the number one pick right now. Yeah, at the time when I first did the poll, it was like the number one. And then Green TNT Bunny. Yes, he actually says, and I hope he watches this video, 3 of those were not recent. Also, where's SpongeBob on the Run movie? See, this is why I talked about this earlier in the video. And I said, sorry, Green Bunny, this is a fair question. The title of this poll was supposed to say recent 2D animation movie specifically. That's why Sponge on the Run wasn't on here. Once you make a poll, you cannot edit it. And he said, I understand. So yeah, that's what happened. Basically, this poll was supposed to be called, what was the best recent 2D Nickelodeon movie? See, these are all 2D films. And so that I apologize, guys. I should have had that in there. I hit the enter button. Once you hit the enter button, no more editing. That's the end of the game. But yeah, let me know. Actually, don't let me know. Just keep voting on this. Go in the comments down below. If you're new to the channel, if you just subscribed right now, go vote on this poll. I'm not going to do another video on it, but we're locked in here. This is the video. This is the one video you get. But if you want to be a part of future polls, you guys really love this content, and I would love to do more of these videos. Go ahead, go comment down below. What do you want me to talk about in a future poll? And maybe I'll make an actual poll of it. Who knows? Who knows? And yeah, so let me know all your comments. Do you agree with this list? Maybe you're somebody who's like, no, damn it, Rocco's Modern Life Static Cling is the greatest thing since sliced bread. No, I don't think so, but let me know in the comments down below which direction you would have voted on. Maybe you didn't vote. Maybe you're too scared to vote. You're like, no, I don't want to vote. Just go in the comments and let me know which one you would have voted with. Do you like this finalized list? I actually predicted this. This was my prediction. You guys can see it right here. I predicted it before the poll, like right as soon as the poll started. Invaders, the exact order. I got the exact order. But yeah, did you guys, what would your, go down below. Tell me your order. What would your number 1, 2, 3, 4? Go ahead. Let me know. There's only 4 options. You got to do it. You got to do it. Okay. So that's going to be it. Please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and please, guys, watch an ad for your boy Sandro. I'm trying to do this full time. Really would appreciate it. Thank you so much. This was a great little discussion. 36 minutes, but a great little medium-sized discussion. The end. Bye-bye, and I'm glad you guys enjoyed Invader Zim Into the Florpus. Just great seeing Invader Zim back, and I can't wait for Nickelodeon to announce more shows from the past. Maybe we'll get another Cat Dog movie, another Rocket Power movie, like I said. Who knows? There's so many possibilities. Instead, we're getting more SpongeBob movies. Let's stop getting so many SpongeBob movies. Go back to your old material. Give us some wacky old school shit. Angry Beavers the movie. Do it. That's it. Peace out. Bye-bye.